Today, I'm gonna try and turn this broken iPhone 6 into a working USB stick. In my last video, I upgraded the storage on this custom Strange Parts iPhone. Now, when I work on big projects like this, I often run across these really cool little side projects that just don't make it into the main video. And this one was no exception. But I found this thing that I had to try and I had to turn into another video. I found this circuit board. Now, it's got a USB connector on one end. It's got pads for what looked like an iPhone 6 flash memory chip or older. It has one IC, and the IC is an SM3267L. And I looked this up, and it said the internet says that it's a USB flash controller. So I think what this will allow me to do is take an old broken iPhone 6 and turn it into a working USB stick. So I want to give that a try. But first, I need a memory chip to use. I think I know where some folks are selling like beat up old phones, and pretty sure I've seen some iPhones in there. So we'll go see if I can pick one up and give it a new life here, turn it into something new.
iPhone new 不好。多少钱
All right, let's crack these open. This one has a screen, this one doesn't. This one is the one without the screen. I'm gonna use a tool. Normally I just use my fingernails, but I'm gonna use a tool so I don't cut myself. I want the logic board out of here. Go. Logic board. This is what I really want, which is the memory chip. There is the flash chip. Next step is to clean up the pads on the bottom and put new solder balls on. Oh no! Fail. This is an iPhone 6S template, not an iPhone 6. I gotta go to the market and get another reballing stencil. Dang it, such a little thing. But again, markets are just right there. It's way better than having to mail order this.
How are you?
Good, I'm fine. How
Is it
are
okay to video?
Okay.
I need this one, like this, for 6. You have good ones? Fancy ones.
6?
6.
6 plus. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I think these will work. 谢谢你.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
There it is. Let's get back to it. That went pretty well. The balls are back on. I did want to answer a question that people asked about last time. And that was, should you remove the template first before adding heat? And you would if you were soldering like a surface mount circuit board. You would put your paste down, you'd remove the stencil, and then you would put all your parts and then you'd heat it. For reballing, I've never seen anybody do it that way. And I think it's because the holes are so small on these templates that you run the risk of pulling some of the solder up when you pull off the template. So I've always seen the guys in the markets and the cell phone repair schools leave the template on and heat through the template and then pop the chip out. Next, I'm gonna solder the chip onto the USB stick. This should be pretty easy, but hey, there's always room to screw it up. Okay, here it goes, the moment of truth. Chip is on, time to see if it shows up on a computer. This is a relatively new MacBook Pro, so it only has USB-C, so I'm gonna have to use an adapter. See if this shows up, fingers crossed. Nothing. Ooh, that smells like badness. Ow! As always, it is not as easy as I thought it would be. Well, I don't quite know what's causing the short. I looked under the microscope and I don't really see any obvious shorts or bad soldering. I mean, it's not perfect, but there's nothing obvious. So I guess I'm gonna just pull off the flash chip that I added and try plugging it into the computer again and just see if that controller chip gets hot. Oop, it lights up and it's not heating up. So it looks like maybe it was an issue with my soldering or the chip or something. It doesn't show up. I guess I'm gonna have to try soldering it down again and see if maybe I just screwed it up the first time. The problem with this is that these balls are, you know, they're underneath the chip, so you can't see if you really screwed it up. You can't see if you caused any shorts. So without an X-ray machine, it's just a little bit of trial and error. One thing I noticed is that this chip has a little bit of damage right here, right there. It looks like there's a scratch, maybe from my tweezers at some point. I'm worried that that's getting shorted out. So I'm gonna go ahead and cover that up with some of this UV curable solder mask. This is like a green fluid you put on and then you cure it with this UV light. Just like that, just gonna cover that up. There's some of this over there. That's it for that. And then we use this UV bike light. Just shine that right on there, like that. So it'll make it hard, sort of like a UV curable epoxy sort of deal. Yep, can't scratch it with the tweezers. Looks good. Not getting hot, but I don't see a light either. I'm just not seeing anything. It's not showing up on sysinfo, not getting a light. I don't know. I do have another one of these. I actually ordered from 2 different suppliers, and so I'm gonna try plugging this one in with no memory chip on it and see if I can see it. Okay, so it lights up. Okay, wait, that shows up now in system information. I bet LSUSB shows it. Yeah, okay, LSUSB shows it as well. Okay, so I don't think that was happening before. I'm gonna desolder this chip again and see what this does just one more time. But if this doesn't show up without the chip, then I just think this is a bad stick. I'm gonna put it on there instead. Trial and error. I don't know what else to do. Let's try 2 bare boards, what I should have tried from the beginning. Okay, blue light comes on. Let's see if it shows up as a device. This window. It does not. It totally doesn't. Okay, well, I should have tested that earlier on. That one does. Okay, let's just try soldering to the green board. Blackboard maybe is just bad or has bad firmware or something. I don't know. Hey, I got a light. All right, it's showing up on the USB drive or on LSUSB. See if it shows up as a drive. No, it does not. It's a start though. The fact that it's not shorting and it's lighting up is a good sign, but I don't know what else I need to do. All right, I spent some time on Taobao and I think I have a little bit better understanding what's going on. So it looks like there are a bunch of different versions of these sticks and they support different specific flash models. So I think I might come at this from the other direction, which is I might go to my favorite memory chip vendor in the markets and see if I can find a chip that's supported by the sticks I already have. But I think for tonight, well, let's see, it's 6:30. Screw it, I'll head over to the markets and see if I can pick up some chips. I wanna keep going with this. I wanna get this working.
你好，你好，iPhone 6。对，
多大？
Hynix Hynix，yeah SK Hynix，
SK 海力士，
1000
2个，不用了，送给你。
哦 no， 不可以，不可以，
没事没事
啊，
朋友
不认得。OK， 谢谢你了，
不客气，没事。你怎么不讲英文呢
？OK，
我不懂得讲啊。
Thank you。
There we go. These are pretty close to the chips I need. We'll see if they work. Good. Oh, gotta remove this chip first. Plug that in there. I got a light. That's a good sign. Shows up still. That's good. Not seeing anything. All right, time for some Googling. I don't know. All right, well, I am at the unknown why it's not working and debugging phase. I don't know if I somehow need to tell it it now has storage, or I don't know if it has to do with the fact that there are 2 different pads on it, or what. The only thing I can think to do at this point is to remove the flash chip and put it on the other side. I'm gonna try and open this on my Windows machine, my Chinese Windows machine here. Ooh, something. Oh, okay, here's the memory stick. Let's try Microsoft Translate. This is doubly hard because I haven't used Windows 10 before, and I don't read Chinese. I think that's a volume. That's promising. I need to get this Windows into English. I think that's the next step. All right, I think I finally have Windows into English. It involved upgrading to Windows Pro, Windows 10 Pro for $100. But frankly, that's a better price for me than spending the hours it would take me to reinstall this and get all the drivers working again and whatnot. So let's plug this in. So it sees it, it's a D drive and no media. I don't know what to do. I think I'm gonna go back to soldering. I'm gonna maybe put a second chip on it and see if it can read that. And then if not, I'm gonna remove the first chip. I don't know what to do at this point. Just keep trying stuff, I guess. I got chips on both sides of it now. Oh no! Oh no, it's smoking! Shit. When you let out the magic smoke, things don't tend to work anymore. I don't know what was smoking. Ow. Okay, it's one of those. Man. Shorted. Trying to replace it. Ah. It's working again. I took both the chips off this time. Both of them off, and it's showing up in the computer again, not totally broken. All right, I got some work to do here. I have the chips soldered on. the other side, that from what I did originally. I'm gonna try plugging that back in, and then if that doesn't work, I'll try, I guess, the original side as well. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, light, that's good. And no heat. It's showing up. Yeah, kind of the same as before. No media still. I'm gonna try soldering on the other chip, I guess. Okay. Okay, light, yes. That's good. It's different. Still nothing. Okay. I don't know what to do now. I made a little bit of progress. I found the software programming tool by the people that make the chip on this thing. If I unplug this, then I get open disk fail. So that means it's actually seeing it despite like nothing on the UI here. Maybe I'll get the wrong version. All right, I might need a new version of this. Holy cow, it works! It sees it now. Wow, okay. It actually sees the right version with the right chipset. It does say capacity 0, but that's a starting point. Okay, so start. It's doing a thing. Oh, I might have done it. I might have done it. It just was a matter of getting the right version of the mass production tool. So that was the trick. Capacity 30 gigs. I think it's working. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I did not think this was gonna work. I thought I was really up a creek here. I thought it was gonna be easy, and then, okay, it works. Looks good to me. It even says okay here in the corner, which, you know, it's gotta mean something. I think I just need to plug it into a different computer. This one, I had to install weird drivers, so I don't really want to mess with those because this thing can read it. I'm gonna plug it into my Mac and see what it says. See if it will even turn on. Okay, it's on. Oh, that is a glorious sight. Look at this. Right there, USB stick. That is a pretty nice sight right about now. I just need to format it and write some files to it, see if I can read off of it. And I think that would declare it. Oh, it shows up. External drive, master boot record. Okay, I'm gonna just reformat it for posterity's sake here. Sure, we'll put a fat partition, master boot record, DIY, USB stick. Holy cow. That formatted okay. Let's try putting a file on it and like read it and stuff. Here, so this is the previous video. I'm Scotty from Strange Parts. Let's put that on there. Okay, let's eject it. Plug it back in. And I can read it. I'm Scotty from Strange Parts. That's amazing. I think I've got it. I think that is a working USB stick. Well, I know I say it a lot, but I had my doubts. I went into this thinking it would be really easy. And then, yeah, I just started hitting roadblocks and didn't really know how to debug things. And I think I figured it out. I finally have a working USB stick from, theoretically, the parts of a broken iPhone. It's fiddly, but you know, for the cost of the stick, which was 14 RMB, so about $2.25, and you know, whatever you can get a broken iPhone 6 for, you can make your own USB stick. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, and a lot of playing around with dodgy Windows software, which, you know, I think is kind of par for the course on these projects. As I was thinking about this, I was like, is this a good DIY project? Should people try this? If you want to try learning to BGA reball and hot air reflow, this isn't a terrible project to try it on. It's a little bit fiddly because you can't tell if you've done something wrong or it's a software issue or whatever. But I actually did find a path to debugging in that, you know, at least the stick will show up in the software without any chips on it. So, you know, this is pretty forgiving as far as BGA goes. The balls are so big, the stencil is really big. You know, if you look at this stencil, like this is all of the things for a 6S and a 6S Plus, and there are some tiny, tiny grids on this. I don't know if you guys can see. This one is the memory chip, and it is by far the biggest on there. So, you know, like if you're gonna try and learn how to do this, this is not a terrible starter project. There's one thing left to do though, which is we need to make it look like a USB stick. This comes with a little case here that we can put it in. It came with it for free. So let's see, let's slide this bit on, and then it goes in this tube like that. And it comes with a cap. There you go. One USB stick, ready to go, straight from the guts of an iPhone 6. I'll see if I can find like an AliExpress link or something and put it in the description below if you guys want to try this out, at least for the PCB USB stick. I'll leave you guys to find your own flash memory, but that'll at least put you on the right track if you want to give this a try. That about does it for this time, guys. I'm Scotty from Strange Parts. If you enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button down below. And if you want, hit that bell icon next to it to be notified of every video I upload. I just passed my 1-year anniversary on the 12th, which was huge. The anniversary of uploading the first video. That's been amazing. Just hit along the way 600,000 subs. Thank you guys so much for all of the support. I did want to apologize for not uploading a video last week. Things got a little crazy here in Shenzhen, but I've got some exciting stuff on the way, some factory tours, I've got some big projects in the planning phase, and there may be 1 or 2 collabs on the way, and one of which you guys haven't heard anything about. It's with an up-and-coming YouTube creator that I'm really excited about. I enjoy watching their stuff. We're gonna fly to somewhere else in China I've been before, they haven't, and I've never showed on video. So stay tuned for all of that. I'll see you guys next time.